welcome back to my room. I have again woken up, just like the last video, and I'm a bit sick today. My throat's kind of fucked. It could be because of the fruits I'm eating, or the cold outside, or the cigarettes that I'm smoking. I don't really know. It should get better. I'm drinking hot water. But here I am. I'm gonna answer a few of your questions because there's been a lot of questions. A lot for me. Anyway, choice. Where's the comment section? Okay. Ravi Shekhar says, "Hey brother, I received an offer for Masters in Management program at Warwick Business School. I was wondering if you had any experience with the program, if you think it's worth the money. Additionally, I'd like to know what job opportunities are available after graduation from Warwick. Could you guide me about the return on investment?" Okay, to answer this question, I do have a few friends who are from management and they have given like positive reviews about the course and how they only have like assessments and they don't actually have tests to write, so which is a good thing for some. I don't like assessments because it's essays and you have to research and things like that. I'd like to give a test and be done with it, but it depends on person to person. The next question is if you think it's worth the money. I answered this in the last video itself. It depends on you if you think it's worth the money. If you want to develop yourself in every possible way and live on your own and do everything on your own, only then. If not, it's better to stay back in India and open up a business for 50 lakh rupees. I'd like to know what job opportunities are available after graduation. So the job opportunities are quite similar for everyone. The roles would differ from, if I'm into management, I'd get a management role. If I'm into finance, I'd get a finance role. So the roles differ, but the starting salaries are somewhere around 25 to 35, and it can even go upwards depending on your experiences and how you present yourself. But 25 to 35 is what's the average right now. Return on investment. For me, I think it's a good investment because I'm not just doing a course over here, I'm also finding things about myself, doing things on my own. I like living alone here. It is a bit lonely, but I do like the feeling of being independent and not have to ask money from my parents. If I make £800 this month, it's made by me. I'm gonna spend the £800 made by me. If I make £300, then I have to cut back on my expenses and I have to manage my finances. So that's just a feeling that I like. Vaibhav Desai asks, "Don't you miss Luna?" I do, my friend. I do miss my motorcycle, but sadly I can't do anything about it. And to the few of you who know me because of my motorcycle, I have sold my motorcycle because it just didn't make any sense for me to keep my motorcycle, and then it's gonna just get rusty and no one's gonna take care of her. Luna's gone. There will be another motorcycle coming in hopefully soon when I get the job. Rajiv Gupta says, "Hello, my daughter has got an offer from Warwick University. She'll be doing masters there. Please need your advice on accommodation. Are you living in a private accommodation or college one? Please respond." I am living in a private accommodation. It's quite a big room than like any of the student accommodations. That's why I'm living privately. But when you live privately, you also miss out on things like study areas, communal areas, areas to play games, to hang out with friends. And when you're living in a house, you don't really have a lot of opportunity to meet a lot of people around the house because there's only like 7 or 8 people living in a house, or like even 4 people. When you're living in a student accommodation, it's better in terms of like your social life's gonna be better. You're gonna have amenities to utilize, whatever the amenities that the accommodation provides, but you will miss out on a large space because the accommodations over here are tiny. Since I don't like to talk to a lot of people, I only have a few friends. I like this accommodation. I like this house. It's quite big. It's as big as my room in India. Tango asks, "Thanks for making this video. It gives us an idea how it's going to be there in UK. Just wanted to know if you can make a video or share your experiences directly about University of Warwick, as I have applied for an MBA program. Any insights from you would be helpful in shaping my decision." If you're doing an MBA, I mean, I don't have much experience with MBA students. I think MBA is a good course in Warwick as well. So, and probably the job opportunities are better for MBAs if you have a good amount of work experience. University of Warwick is really good. Since I'm only here for 1 year, I don't really have enough time to explore everything that the university has. I mean, I can still go and look around for things, but it's just I'm not going to be able to enjoy it because there's just so little time. But if you are here for an MBA, so that means you're here for 2 years, you will have a lot more time, you will have a lot more assignments, and you will have to work, I think, a bit more harder. There's a guy that says, "Bhai, udas lag rahe ho, sab theek hai na?" Yeah, man, everything's fine, everything's good. I was just a bit tired that day as well. I'm a bit tired today as well, but we keep moving. Oh, by the way, I got a haircut. My hair was crazy. I was literally like an animal, but now it's better. I still have to fix this. I've just woken up, so it's like this, but then I still like it. It's a lot lighter and I don't feel as heavy. Rajit is a friend of mine. This asshole asks me, मेरे जैसे लोग वहाँ भी है चोरी करने वाले. He's a professional shoplifter and I'm gonna call you out, bitch. Stop shoplifting, buy your things. It's not good to shoplift, but it is kind of fun to look at you when you are shoplifting. Again, he says, Firangi accent में बात कर रहा है. Of course, I've been here for 6 months. My accent is going to change a bit, but I still don't forget my roots. Hey brother, just came across your YouTube channel. Got to know you are doing the same course at Warwick that I'm planning to do. Can you please help me with the review on the university and a little light on the career support postmasters? This is a good question. So I assume you're doing international business as well. The course is very generalized. You can go into different fields after doing this course. There's a few modules I don't like. There's a few modules I like. It's just depends on person to person, but in general, it is a good course. Career support postmasters. So we do have a career supports team that helps students with like CVs, your assessments, and your final stage interviews as well. But that's all they do. They just help you. It's not like back in India how they will guarantee a job to you, or like they will be like companies are gonna come and they're gonna pick you up. The companies do come, but it's just to promote the company and to promote their graduate roles. The career support is just gonna be there to help you, but at the end of the day, it's just you who's gonna have to put in like a shit ton of efforts, because I've been doing it and I've been getting nowhere so far, but hopefully soon. Nikita asks, can you tell me about Warwick Business School for Masters in Management? I just did. She also asked how much a management student earns, any round figure. I just answered that as well. So, oh, guys, when you ask me questions, don't write fucking paragraphs. This is a lot for me to read and answer. Just ask me small. You can ask me as many questions as you want, but then keep it short and concise. This guy has written a fucking paragraph. Nevertheless, okay, this guy has 10 questions. I'm gonna answer a few. What level of diversity do the students in your class have? So half of the students are gonna be Indian, half are gonna be Asian, and there's gonna be a few people from here and there around the world. But that's what the majority, at least for Warwick, is. Warwick does have a lot of Indians and Asians. What are all the problems you face during your tenure of study? I am still studying. The problems I faced, I'd say homesickness would be a major one. Other one would be cooking all the time. Other one would be cleaning all the time. Other one would be managing your time for your studies and your jobs and your extracurriculars and your group projects and your cleaning, cooking. Yeah, that's about it. Other than that, it's pretty nice over here. Do Indian cultural communities or activities take place on or around campus? Yes, Indian cultural, all of the cultures are celebrated at Warwick. Most of them are. I just played Holi day before yesterday, and here is the Holi celebration. Hopefully showing right now while I'm talking. And there's a Holi going on. But yeah. Are there any chances for research or academic assistantships available? If you want a job in research, they do have jobs through Unitems, but I've tried applying, but I've got nowhere, and mostly master's students don't get the jobs. It's the MBAs or the undergrads that the jobs are available for. What level of safety is there for international students, especially those from India, on campus and in the local community? Bro, level of safety is the same for everyone. You won't feel like you're individualized at all. The safety in Warwick is pretty good. They have like a personal 24/7 safety team. Around town, around Coventry, it's not bad, but I do hear sometimes that there's stabbing going on or something going on. It's not that often I hear about it, but sometimes I do hear about it. And since I work at a bar, so when I'm going back home around 11 or 12 on the weekends, there's quite a lot of people fighting who are drunk and are just fighting, but it doesn't concern like you. If you're not in the fight, then they won't do anything to you. Coventry, could you estimate the cost of living in Coventry for an Indian international student? Estimated cost, if you just consider like food and travel, so if you're cooking everything at home and you're traveling by the bus, that will cost you around 150 a month maximum if you're cooking home every day. But then you add on to it, like if you get coffees when you go to uni, that's going to be additional 50 pounds a month. If you add in again like eating out, that's going to be 60-70 pounds a month. That becomes 250. Then if you want to buy something for yourself, that's going to be 100 pounds, that's going to be 350. Expenses do add up, but it's all individual. Could you include data or instances of graduates being placed in jobs, particularly in fields that are relevant to their field of study? You can ask these questions to the people who have got jobs through LinkedIn. They would be much better at answering your questions, because I don't want to comment on something that I haven't done yet. So I don't have a job yet, so I can't really share my experience about people having jobs. It's better for you to ask people who have a job rather than asking me who is still finding a job. But I will answer all of the job questions once I have a job, but not right now because I don't want to give out false information. And when you're texting me on Instagram, don't say hi and stop because I might not reply. Just put whatever your question is. Just say hi, hello, and put your question with it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna know if you're here to ask me questions or if you're just someone who's trolling. Indian student, would you get good employment opportunities? I'm still looking for opportunities. And yeah, that's all the questions that you have asked me. I hope I have answered all of your questions or most of your questions. If you have any other questions, please write them on my Instagram or on my YouTube. I will get back to you sooner or later.